Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel 1 Television. On The Point of View, we get the right guests, ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you. We have a big guest tonight, Minister for Roads and Highways and MP for Adaklu. He's in the studio to talk to us about the big push and the state of our roads. Governance Kwame Agbodza is my guest. We have so many questions for him. We'll be talking to him as soon as we come back. Stay with us.
When malaria strikes your home, it strikes everything. No more endless worry because of malaria. Fight malaria back with Vegetem. Vegetem is effective, safe, and fast-acting against malaria. Vegetem tablets stays effective right to the very last tablets. Vegetem is also available in suspension for children. Vegetem, tough on malaria, easy on you.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm
The second coming.
Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being late? Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it at all, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
So welcome back. So tonight we are happy to hear your views. You can send your questions to us on the number we'll put on the screen or on any of our social media platforms. My guest is Minister for Roads and Highways, Governance Kwame Agbodza. Welcome. Good evening.
Good evening, Bernard.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
From minority chief whip to road minister, it's a different ball game completely.
Completely.
But you were the ranking on roads, so it's not a new area.
Yes. I was a vice chairman until we lost the 2016 election.
Oh, okay.
And then I became the ranking.
So you've been on the roads committee for a long time?
More than 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in 10 months, what is the most important thing you've done?
In 10 months, for me, encouraging road contractors, more than 90% of which were off-site, even on projects that were awarded before we came to government. Encouraging them to come to site was most important to me, because their absence made the road condition worse. And obviously, they were off-site because, as I keep saying in Parliament, they worked, raised certificates, and they were never paid. And the worst of it was that they had no hope as to when they will be paid. But President Mahama's, and then also, anytime government changes, there's this bad practice where the government directs, as a policy, directs a cessation of all road projects, calling for audits. President Mahama never did that. In fact, when I went around the country, I encouraged contractors not to stop work, keep working, and other things. So it gave hope to people. For me, the response from contractors was very exciting. And many of them in fact, many of them we haven't still paid, but they trust in the state and continue to work. And I want to take the opportunity to thank all these patriotic
So you're saying that in the past, they would stop the work and do an audit?
Yes.
But Minister of Finance did order an audit?
Yes. So the audit the minister did was, when we came, there was there were a huge amounts of money at transition that were considered as arrears. That is certificates in the system which were not paid. The Ghana government portion was about 21 billion. The road fund was about 5 billion. I think the cocoa roads was equally around 5 billion. If you add all of them, we are approaching over 30 billion. In fact, as of today, and if you know the way the certification works, it's a daily issue. So as of the time we're talking about transition, I'm sure in the morning of the discussion, in the afternoon, more certificates would have come in. Road fund alone is over 8 billion now. So between transition and now, it has increased from 5 billion to 8 billion. That's 3 billion extra. Not works that were commissioned by President Mahama, but works that were already ongoing or certification processes that were ongoing and could not be completed before the change of government. So the indebtedness is getting worse as a matter of fact.
So how much do you owe contractors from works done before this government took over?
It's a moving target. It could be anything about 40 billion currently.
Cedis?
Yes.
Wow.
It's
40 billion cedis?
Yes, it's not sustainable.
For how many roads? Or it's too many to remember?
Yes, it's just thousands to be honest. And
covering which period?
Well, it's difficult. I came to meet projects that were started even 2016. So as a principle, I say that any project started from 2012, 2016, that cannot be considered as a viable project any longer because the scope would have changed, the prices would have changed. So we need to rationalize and jettison all of those things for repackaging or reassessment. So we have done even some reassessment of all those things. So it is all the way up to 31st December 2024.
So that's for the last time you checked, you owed 40 billion cedis to contractors.
Yes.
We are told there are over 3,000 contractors.
Yes.
But over 60% of the money goes to only 25 of them. According to some data we saw, is that correct?
It is. It's true that we have a lot of contractors, and many of the contractors are called SMC, small, medium contractors. That is people ranging from people within the roadside, desilting gutters, which are also very important, pothole patching, reshaping, and other things. And the truth is that sometimes you have to put together maybe 100 of them to get the cost that one contractor takes simply because of the scope of the bigger contractors. So take, let's say, Kaswa to Winneba. That is quite an expensive project. The cost of that project can swallow maybe 100 other smaller projects. So it's not per se a deliberate decision to pay one or two contractors more than the other ones. When we came to government, and I want to take the opportunity to thank you and your network for your consistent way by which you were the voice of the people, and in the specific case of Kaswa, of Anko, Pokwasi, when you give voice to people to speak, and I kept telling people that was for me a feedback that needed to be done. And together, today, the contractor is fully back on site and is scheduled to complete that project ahead of schedule. Projects like that, you would say, okay, as it's now public information, we needed to pay the arrears of $78 million in each city equivalent for the contractor to go back to site and work. Of course, that amount of money could have paid a lot of smaller contractors, but was that going to be a feasible solution to say that we want to pay other smaller contractors, so we leave? Because that route is the most important connection between the capital city and the second most important city in our country. So it's not a deliberate decision to pay one or two contractors more than the other one, but that is what it is.
So the 25 will be the large capacity contractors doing big projects?
Yes.
Whereas there are smaller ones. Of these 25, how many are Ghanaians? Do we know?
Majority are Ghanaians.
Majority?
Yes. Majority are Ghanaians.
So if I take the top 10 contractors in terms of size of their balance sheet,
yes,
how many of them will be Ghanaians? top 10 contractors who do big projects, road projects in Ghana?
70%.
70% will be Ghanaians?
Yes.
Can you name some of them?
Maripoma, Feskai, Nac Fairmont, Joshop, Josmore, many.
They are all Ghanaians. How long have they been doing this job? Because when I was in secondary school, I had CP, Micheletti, and then...
Unfortunately...
There are a couple of...
Oswald and all those people are now big contractors.
Is Micheletti still in the biggest?
No, Micheletti is I'm not aware of it.
De Simone?
De Simone is largely doing buildings now, not roads. CP, not...
What about Keros Gaval?
That is not a Ghanaian company.
So I just wanted to compare the size of our size to these guys.
Yes.
So Keros Gaval is Brazilian?
Yes.
Are they still working in Ghana?
They are.
They are one of the biggest, aren't they?
In terms of scope of works they are doing currently, they are not...
I think they did the Obeche.
Yes, they did the interchange and other things, but their portfolios don't suggest that they are doing a lot currently.
And CP doesn't exist anymore?
Doesn't do anything at all.
Doesn't do anything. So you ask about 7 out of 10 are Ghanaians?
Yes.
Interesting. All right, so I'm going to go to the screen to walk through region by region, but I just want to understand a few things. You owe 40 billion.
Yeah.
In 2025 budget, the budget that we are enjoying, the government dedicated 13 billion cedis to the big push.
Yes.
Does that mean you spent 13 billion on roads from this budget?
No.
What does it mean?
The 13 billion is specifically for the big push projects.
Okay.
And you notice that during the campaign, President Mahama promised what we used to call the 12 disciples. That is 12 major projects that he wanted to be done urgently. But when we took over, we noticed, as I said, majority of contractors, road contractors were off-site. And some of these projects were so critical that they could not be ignored. So he directed that whilst the temptation was there for the previous government to say, oh, you are just completing our project and calling it big push, those projects were stalled. In fact, the contractors were not there. So we needed to be patriotic and take on those projects as additional projects into the big push portfolio. So we set aside 13 billion to start off with. And then that 13 billion was just for the payment of the project that have been started. It couldn't pay for all the projects. We currently have a big push project portfolio in excess of 60 billion Ghana cedi. And so the 13 billion plus the 30 billion you saw in the budget, the 30 billion is not a license to award new project. It's just allocating enough money that when contractors raise certificate, even today under the big push, they will be paid to avoid all those unsustainable practices of paying interest on delayed payment and all those things. So that is where we are. So the 13 billion is there. We haven't drawn down one cedi out of that.
We haven't spent even a cedi of that 13?
No, we haven't, because the contractors are yet to raise certificate. And I must say
so these are for ongoing projects?
Yes.
Or projects which started even before, some of you started before you came into office?
Exactly. Whichever of them.
So you haven't touched the 13 billion?
No, we haven't paid a penny out of that. But the money
so the 6 billion you paid out of the 40, where do you get the money from?
Arrears. It was the allocation of the arrears in the 2025 budget. The finance minister put aside some money for the clearance of arrears, not only roads, the arrears we met.
So we are in November?
Yes.
Is that 13 billion available?
Yes.
So it's been raised?
Yes. So if any big push contractor raises a certificate today, we'll pay you in less than 30 days.
What qualifies for a project to be under big push?
Those projects were selected and then discussed at various stages. And the principle is that if you take our country, there are major trunk roads that actually interconnect regions and the national capital. So for instance, the Western Corridor, currently the west section will be from Winchi through Sola to Wa. And then at the northern east-west, you see from the east, you see Bolga all the way to Wa. And then on the western corridor, the eastern corridor, that will be the Eastern Corridor Road itself.
Asekuma to
all the way.
Bimbila.
Exactly. And then the Central Corridor, that is Accra, Kumasi. And then the ring roads around Kumasi, Sunyani, and Tamale, and others. And some critical bridges, for instance, the Dambai Bridge, which has been mentioned almost from the time I was, you and I were kids, and finally President Mahama had decided that it should be done. So those are the critical things. The chairman for, even Parliament attempted doing that. Currently, the Swami interchange, which was started as a commercial loan in Parliament, but which also stalled because our debt situation made it difficult for the government to draw down at the time. So the project stalled. It's now captured as part of Big Push so that we can allocate a dedicated fund to get those things done. So those are some of the things that is supposed
So
to be.
13 billion is there.
Is there.
But this new budget, Minister of Finance said 30 billion cedis had been allocated to Big Push.
Yeah.
So how does that work? You haven't spent 13, you're allocating another 30 to you.
Okay, so because contractors are already on site working, it will not be out of place that in December or January you see a big request for payment from contractors, because as we speak, they are working. And I know contractors that are working day and night, trying to finish their project ahead of schedule.
Okay.
The average Big Push project is 24 months. When we were doing the sword cutting, you hear some of them promising the president they will be done in 12 months. So we are expecting that any moment from now, the big certificates from works actually executed under the Big Push will be coming out for payment. So that 13 billion can go quickly in 2 weeks when contractor certificates start coming in. So it's not free money or money being wasted at all. It can go within 2 weeks if contractors start bringing their big certificate, because the Big Push projects are quite big in scope and big on cost.
Why do we need to build an expressway between Accra and Kumasi when we haven't finished the existing Accra-Kumasi road?
Beautiful question. How do you call it? Somebody asked the same question. Why do we have to build a motorway when we have the beach road? Why do we have to build this when we have that? Nobody said we are abandoning the Accra-Kumasi, and I took time to explain. When we came to government, we noticed that there were about 7 or 8 bypass sections on Accra-Kumasi road that were being dualized. And just like any other project, the contractors were off-site. When we looked at the reason they were off-site, and I said this publicly in Parliament, I queried the engineers and in fact, I called a meeting at the ministry, and the contractors, the agencies told me that the projects were not fully prepared before they went to site. In fact, I was present together with the finance minister when we were told that, for instance, to determine the alignment of the bypass, they used a drone. And the contractor said they never went to the site to determine exactly the ground condition before signing the contract. So when they got to the site, they realized that the ground condition was so terrible that by the time they make up the ground, finish the earthworks, the scope in some cases more than doubled.
Wow.
Which means that the total cost of the original project, which is supposed to be 1.9 billion, is in excess of almost 4 billion currently.
Wow.
Not even the government at the time that knew that this variation existed made any allocation for the 2025 budget in Parliament. So when we were doing the 2025 budget, in fact, as I speak to you, the full cost to complete the bypasses is not known. But many of the contractors are fully drawn down on what money was made available. So we are saying that we will, in fact, one of the contractors completed a portion of a section of that road. Unfortunately, the section that is completed is not connecting the two sections, the front and back of the bypass. So it's in the middle of somewhere. So what we have decided now is to complete them in stages.
You are talking about bypasses for the Accra-Kumasi
road. And then, if you notice, that is about 250 kilometers, the existing one. Accra and Kumasi have become the most important, or are the most important cities. Currently, no matter how you see it, if you want to travel from Accra, Kumasi, because the road goes through built-up communities, no matter how you see it, the impediment exists. We are saying we are building a new alignment of Accra, Kumasi, an express road, which cuts down transport travel time by 40% and cut the 250 kilometers to less than 200 kilometers. I believe this is a very, very important productivity enterprise. I've had people asking me, what else about that? We are actually building, for the first time, you know that there has always been this talk about building a railway from Accra to Kumasi. In fact, the Boankra, we spent over $100 million on Boankra Integrated Logistics Terminal. People call it Boankra, what do you call it, port, which we can't call it a port. But the reason it cannot be operationalized is simply because how do you take goods from Tema and put them on the same bad road? So alongside the how do you call it, the expressway we are building is going to be a rail line. So it is not a simple trying to build an alternative road from Accra to Kumasi, but political reason, people say, why did you abandon that? But the question is, especially the former minister, the question I keep asking is, how come you awarded a project for 1.9 billion and within few months the cost tripled? Why didn't you even make an allocation for that to be completed? But guess what? We are in government. We are determined to complete that. So the existing Accra-Kumasi bypasses are not neglected at all. We are making the
last time I checked, based on your own document, none of the bypasses had been finished. Osino southbound, 74%, northbound, 70%, Enyenam southbound, 57%. The closest to finishing was Enyenam northbound, 93%.
It's now completed and we have taken over.
Enyeresi southbound, 60%, northbound, 61%. Konongo southbound, 60%, Konongo northbound, 61%. Have these numbers changed since you took over? Because this is a 2025 document prepared December 2024.
Yes, changed slightly. The 98 is now complete. So we're taking that over.
When will all the 8, because it's 8, right? 2 per location, Osino, Enyenem, Enyeresi, Konongo. When will the 8 bypasses be finished?
When we find about another 3 billion Ghana cedi to complete them.
So you don't know where to get 3 billion to finish them?
No, because it was not in the 2025 budget. We now need to budget for it. But before you budget, you need to now do an assessment of cost to complete.
But shouldn't you finish that before you think of the expressway?
No, but that is not the way the government works. I mean, there are many roads in the country that were there before NPP took over. How do you call it? Eastern Corridor was there.
No, but wouldn't it be easier to finish a road that's 70% done than to start a road that you haven't even...
Because it's not either this, it's not as if we are saying that when you do this...
No, you are finite, your resources are not limitless.
Yes.
So if you have 8 bypasses,
yes,
of which 1 is finished and 7 are at various stages of completion,
yes,
and you don't have...
It doesn't even address all the problems of travel time between...
But it will make it shorter for now until you get... Okay, do we know how much the expressway will cost?
The design is ongoing currently, but we believe that upon all that we're looking at, it will be a big addition to making sure that the travel time between Accra and Kumasi is improved.
Do you have an estimated cost?
I have a cost in my mind, but it's not safe to put it out there.
But how do you know it will take 3 years? Because the Minister of Finance says it will take 3 years to finish. How did he know?
No, because of the financing model that we...
But how do you know how you finish a project when you don't know how much it will cost? And you haven't even finished doing the scope. How can you know it's to finish in 3 years?
When you want to do a project, if you can't dream about something, you can't even look at how it is. We have already talked about the length, which is less than 200 kilometers.
Yeah.
And we have a cost per kilometer, roughly. We are working on the detailed design to make sure that it will be done within a certain cost parameter.
And which money will be used to do it?
The finance minister is working out the details of the financing model, but I can tell you it's doable. You see, the questions people ask, I'm sure, and I keep telling people, when Dr. Nkrumah wanted to get independence for our country, some people thought, oh, why wouldn't you have done it slowly? Why didn't you have done it this way? The same people, when they said, let's build a Kosombo Dam, you can't do it. The same, in fact, just in you and I's lifetime.
No, we are not saying you can't do it. I want to understand whether you have thought through it properly.
Yes.
I am not saying you can't do it.
Yes.
And I also want to know whether you are allocating resources judiciously, because you have 7 bypasses you haven't finished.
Yes.
So wouldn't you finish the bypass before you start a project?
We are doing all, it's just like saying that we should have finished all ongoing projects before we start new ones.
No, but it's the same road.
No, it's not the same road. In fact, we're not building along the same road.
Well, it's the same 2 communities, right? Or want of a better, Accra, Kumasi.
put it this way. When you build the expressway, the vehicles who will be, the same vehicle doesn't need to use the existing one at the same time using the new expressway. And I'm saying that we are looking at, currently, even if you want to toll the existing one, the amount of money you can charge wouldn't make sense to a lot of drivers because they will still be stuck in traffic at some sections.
All right.
But when you do the express road, and you even charge a certain amount of money that somebody will say is exorbitant, the fact that the person knows that it will take 40% of the travel time off, and then he can go to Accra, between Accra and Kumasi within 2 hours, that makes sense to somebody. And I think that the issue is we are going to complete the bypasses. And the bypasses, don't forget that it's not that when that is completed, then the whole stretch from existing road between Accra and Kumasi is dualized. You still have bottlenecks. So we are going to complete that at the same time doing the express road.
This is the point of view. We're speaking to the Minister for Roads and Highways Governance, Kwame Agbodza. When we come back, we'll go to the touchscreen and he'll give us a region-by-region update on some key roads that have either been started, announced, some even budgeted for. All of that and more when we come back. Stay with us.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the winner, President and Chair of the Board of the Trade Finance Bank of Africa, Afri-Exim Bank, Professor Benedict O. Rama.
In navigating financial challenges in our region for sustainable development, when we look at challenges, we also know that challenge is one side of a coin. You have challenges, we also have opportunities. And that is why Afri-Exim Bank has grown the fastest in times of crisis.
I also thank organizers for considering me worthy of this prestigious award, which I will cherish all through my life.
The Africa Prosperity Champions Awards APCA and Presidential Gala Dinner unites visionaries from heads of state, business leaders, social change makers to innovators to celebrate African excellence in order to encourage a new generation of leaders. More than an awards ceremony, this event declares that Africa's narrative is one of triumph and prosperity. We celebrate a new story where African solutions guide us forward. Each honor exemplifies the vast potential of our continent. The 4th edition of the Africa Prosperity Champions Awards and Presidential Gala Dinner takes place on February 6, 2026 at the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel in Accra, Ghana. To attend, you may contact +233 536 09 8325 or send an email to protocol@africaprosperity.network. You may also visit africaprosperitynetwork.com for your tickets now.
Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polita is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polita, we get sumo, Rambo, and get sumo super. And the Polita, we did.
Polita, papa no Ankasa.
You're probably wondering how Ebo got here. Oh, Ebo. You see, Ebo is not a bad guy. He's got plans. Big plans. But there's just one small problem. His wallet didn't get the memo. So he decides to take a shortcut. That was a bad idea. And that's how he found himself sitting across area champion, the great Abu Kayoyo. Let's just say, not every quick fix fixes everything. But with a Stanbic loan, he gets the upgrade he needs and the freedom to actually breathe. With a Stanbic loan, the only thing chasing you are your dreams.
Attention, all State Housing Company Limited homeowners, landowners, and clients. From November 3rd to December 31st, 2025, the State Housing Company Limited is giving you a 15% discount on all outstanding payments.
Oh yes, pay less on your ground rent, land regularization, lease renewals, consents to develop or assign, and service charges, and secure your ownership today.
Visit any SHC office nationwide to make your payment in full to benefit from the 15% discount.
You can locate the State Housing Company Limited at Ring Road West, adjacent STC Yard and Accra Digital Center.
For more information, visit our website www.statehousing.gov.gh or call 0302 221 422 or 0552 725 656 or 0503 083 393. Remember, this offer ends December 31st, 2025. Don't wait, pay less today.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter what you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Welcome back. So we are still on the point of view with Minister for Roads Governance Kwame Agbodza. We've received many questions around various roads. So for fairness, we are going to pick some of the regions and the minister is going to tell us what he knows about some roads. This morning, a friend of mine, Michael Ohinefa, said, Bernard, why have we agreed that Accra to Cape Coast is now going to take us 6 hours? Why? He says he spent 2 hours between Cape Coast and Mankesim because of all kinds of issues. And then from Mankesim to Accra, he spent so much time. So I'm going to start with the central region. I'm going to ask the minister to comment on some of the key roads. So, Minister, it looks like there's a lot of work happening on the central region road.
Yeah, yes.
Is the Kaswa-Winneba road the biggest one we're doing on central region?
No.
Which is the biggest central region road?
We are doing Cape Coast to Takoradi.
Cape
which
Coast
is more,
to Takoradi.
which is bigger. Yes, Cape Coast Takoradi. So it interconnects the two regions. But obviously, if you are talking about roads that just within the central region, then Kaswa-Winneba, and then Winneba-Mankesim. Because we came to meet Kaswa-Winneba, but then the Winneba interchange was not part of it, which has now been taken on. In fact, if you go there now, you realize that that runabout is now supposed to be an interchange. And then from there, you will see that when you are traveling from Winneba to Mankesim, we are building a brand new road by the side to dualize it. We made a mistake when we were doing the Kaswa-Winneba because we started working on the main carriageway at the same time doing the expansion. And that led to a lot of the bottlenecks we saw all these years.
Okay, so let's take it on back. So Kaswa to Winneba,
yeah.
what percentage are we on?
The contractor says that by June next year, it will all be done.
By June next year,
yes.
Kaswa Winneba will be done?
Yes.
What about Winneba to Mankesim?
Winneba to Mankesim is the contract we are giving them says 2 years, but I know it will be completed before 2027.
But Kaswa to Winneba is ahead of Winneba to Mankesim?
Of course, because that was an existing project which we innovated onto a big push because
and they are dualization.
Yes, they're all dualized. So when it's done, from Kaswa to Takoradi will be fully dualized.
But in terms of the breakdown, Kaswa Winneba is ahead.
Yes.
Then Winneba to Mankesim.
Yes.
What about Mankesim to Cape Coast?
So because the volumes are actually between, if you see the traffic study, it's between Cape Coast and Takoradi, and then Mankesim back to Accra. So we have decided to start Cape Coast to Takoradi dualization, which is also ongoing currently. Currently.
When will that finish?
It's also within
2 years.
2 years.
But do you know what percentage has been done?
They are on site. We haven't done the
So is it the same contractor between Kaswa and Takoradi?
No.
How many contractors?
Different. Kaswa Winneba is 3 different. Kaswa Winneba to Mankesim is 3 contractors, and then Cape Coast Takoradi is also a different contractor.
I see. Yeah. I see other routes on the in the central region like Kaswa Bojuase.
Yes.
Are you doing that route?
Those ones are, some of them are projects that we inherited, which we are continuing with, because once the contractors went off-site and they haven't finished, we need to put them all back to make sure they are.
I see Mankesim, Ejumakum, Bremane Sukuma, Agona Swedru.
Yes. They are all on site currently.
It looks like the finance minister's road. All right, let me do Western region and see what we have there.
Okay.
So dualization of Cape Coast Takoradi is also a Western region.
Exactly. That is what I was talking about.
All right. What about the Takoradi Takwa interchange? We're told that there's an interchange supposed to be. It's called the Elmina Takoradi corridor. Takoradi Takwa interchange. Do you know what's happening there?
Well, the Takoradi interchange, I know, was started by Sino Hydro, but also stalled because of the debt restructuring. We haven't put that one on Big Push, but the contractor, we have done some work with the debt restructuring. So they will also be back to site soon. But we have completed the ground level, which used to be the biggest problem for motorists to be using at the moment.
We are told the number of roads like the Bogoso to Huni Valley Road, 26 kilometers.
Yes.
Is there a contractor on site?
There should be a contractor mobilizing shortly, because the procurement process took some time.
Is it a big project? Because it's one of the longest I've seen in Western region. 26 kilometers. Bogoso.
No, 26 kilometers is actually not a long.
In the Western region? Because most of the roads I see are 5 kilometers, smaller roads.
Yes. But 26 is not 26 is a standard size of a Big Push project, because we break it down to average 25 kilometers to be able to do within a short period of time.
I see. Yeah. So which is the most important Takoradi project or Western region project you are working on?
I would answer in a way of where are the biggest traffic volumes. So Takoradi, Takwa is it's a huge one because of the mining.
Takoradi to Takwa.
Yeah, it's and then the other one that goes along the coast all the way to Elubo, Enchi is also another one. But they are in different sections under different.
So Takoradi to Takwa, what percentage has been done?
Takoradi to Takwa was a project we inherited. The contractor is Josmore. That project, when it was awarded, the contractor has never been paid 1 cedi, and he's done a significant amount of work. So President Mahama directed that those are some of the abandoned projects that were novated onto Big Push. So currently, the contractor has just raised $78 million certificate, which will be paid under the Big Push.
Enchi Elubo Road.
Very critical. Very, very critical.
Is there a contractor on site?
The contractor should be on site by now. Because those are the ones that we've just done. We're just completing procurement for them. And I must say that some of the contractors actually move to site before we finish the project, because there's a lot they can do before the procurement.
What about the main interchange in Takoradi, the PTC? Is it done?
No, that's what I'm talking. It's not completed.
What percentage has it been?
I haven't checked.
Is there money for the PTC to finish?
No.
PTC interchange. There's no money?
No, there was no. I mean, all those ones that we went into the debt situation, everything came to a
standstill. So PTC interchange was encumbered by debt exchange?
Yes.
But you said that some monies had been made available and projects brought under Big Push. So why isn't PTC under Big Push?
So for instance, when you take the Independence Square to Junction Mall,
yeah,
we all know it has stalled.
Yes.
The reason we can't just go there and say we are continuing it was because it's part of the President Mills' CDB loan, which we couldn't draw down. The NPP came and started drawing it down, and then we got into debt. So we need to work out that with the CDB before.
So you can't touch the road?
Well,
or you have to change the funding source?
If you go there now, we've been able to bring the contractors back. So if you go to the Peshi Bridge, they are laying asphalt as we speak this evening. And then some of the junctions that we are improving it so that at least it will be more trouble. But you cannot just go and take a new contractor to say, go and complete it, because you have contractual relationship which you need to work out.
So PTC interchange until that is resolved?
No, every day we try to put in some effort to encourage contractors to go in there. And sometimes they go in to help. Sometimes they are handicapped with the conditions of the contract that if you go in, if they even go in, the funders actually fault them for a breach of contract.
Let me go to Volta region. I traveled to the Volta region over the weekend. I used the Avle road.
Yeah.
Between Tema and Community 25 through to Dowenya was a nightmare.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about... So this is Greater Accra and Volta, by the way. What is happening to the road between Community 25 and Dowenya?
Okay, that project was awarded through a commercial loan by Parliament. And unfortunately, that also fell victim to the debt restructuring by BHM, a British company, which was supposed to be doing what we call Tranche 1. And then they were supposed to do Tranche 2 if the Tranche 1 went well. But because that stalled, we asked that the Tranche 2 now be carried as a brand new big push project, which First Sky is working on.
So where does Tranche 2 start from? Tranche
2 is actually the main carriageway. It's the same 17 kilometers from the Tema Motorway to Central University. Tranche 1 is supposed to do the service roads by the side and the interchanges. The Tranche 2 is supposed to expand the existing carriageway and as you all the way to Central University. So the Tranche 2 is what First Sky is going to do, which is the main carriageway. So even if we were to wait for the Tranche 1 to be completed, what you will see is that the main carriageway where we drive now wouldn't have been touched.
So how long has First Sky been given to finish Tranche 1 or Tranche 2?
24 months.
Has he been giving money?
We just finished the contracts actually this week.
How much would the project cost?
Over 1 billion.
Cedis?
Yes.
So he will finish in 2 years?
Yes.
Dualizing.
Exactly. The main carriageway.
Basically from Tema to Central University.
Yes.
He'll do it in 2 years?
Yes. Less than 2 years. I trust his capacity.
His office is actually on that road?
Yes. I believe he can do it in less than 2 years. In fact, he's done some work already.
So I'm in Greater Accra before I go to Volta. Okay. So Adenta Dodowa.
Yes, Adenta Dodowa.
The last time I checked in the document from your ministry, it was 15%.
Yes.
Where has it reached now?
Okay, Adenta Dodowa was supposed to be done. Then it wasn't done. Then the previous government put it under Sino Hydro. And when the debt situations came up, Sino Hydro didn't even touch it at all. So they now awarded it to Oswald. And Oswald has done a fantastic job. I've done much of the earthworks and the concrete works and everything. So we now novated that one also to Big Push because it was not being paid out.
So just like the Tema.
Exactly. Road. He's working. In fact, if you go there now, they are working.
What percentage? I used the road on Friday, but I don't know how to calculate the percentages. Is it because in your document it was 15?
Yes.
Is it higher than 15?
Far, maybe more than approaching 50% by now, even more.
This is the Adenta Dodowa?
Yes.
What about the Dodowa Afienya Dowenya?
Okay, at Dodowa Afienya Dowenya, anybody who lives, assuming you live at Adenta, and then you go to Aflau and you are coming, in reality,
you don't need to pass the motorway.
You don't even need to go there. But because time and again, we tried to do between Dowenya, Afienya and Dodowa and has failed. Everybody is forced to come to the motorway. So we are trying to build the new road from Dowenya through Afienya to Dodowa.
Who is doing that?
First, how do you call it? Oswald is doing that.
So Oswald is doing from Dowenya to Adenta then?
Yes,
exactly. Because he's doing Dowenya, Afienya, Dodowa to Adenta.
Exactly. And but that is a brand new road. He's also doing asphalt and everything all the way. And I can guarantee you he will finish.
Has it been signed?
Yes, yes.
Big Push?
Yes, it's been signed.
Do we know the contract sum?
It's also over 1 billion.
When will it finish?
In less than 24 months.
So the same guy is doing Adenta Dodowa to Afienya to Dowenya?
Yes.
What about the Somanya? There's one that takes you to Somanya.
Yes, he's the one doing that.
Same guy.
Yeah, but we inherited few projects within the area which General and others are continuing. But he's also doing a section all the way to how do you call it? I think Atimpoku.
Same guy.
Yes.
Pantan Junction, Ayimensa Peduasi Lodge. Is it a full road or I'm told asphaltic overlay of Pantan Junction, Ayimensa Peduasi? Are you aware of this?
I am aware that we are doing the road going through the road in front of the Pantan Hospital and other things to the end of it.
Which contractor is doing it?
I wouldn't be able to tell. Yeah.
Does the Oswald Road include the Oyibi Apollonia Afenya Road?
That is a different project being done by a different contractor.
Oyibi Apollonia Afenya?
Yes.
It's a different contract.
Push.
Has it been awarded?
Yes. It's a brand new project.
Who is the contractor?
I can't tell the name of it, but it's also under contract currently.
All right. So the first Sky one is Bombaria Pram.
Yeah.
That's the first Sky one.
Yeah. And then First Sky is also doing the abandoned, how do you call it, Domi Kitasi, which is very critical because that is
University.
Shesi and all those. Yeah,
he stopped. He stopped.
Yeah, because that one was part of a Kuwaiti fund, and the debt situation. It was working, very hard, and then it stopped. We have brought all those projects back. If you go there now, First Sky is back on site.
How long have you given to finish that?
24 months.
Today is November 2025.
Yes.
So by 2027,
yes,
November, he should have finished.
By the close of 2027, we believe that majority of these projects should be completed.
Accra Tema Motorway, what are they doing?
Accra Tema Motorway has been a project that I spoke about a lot when we were in opposition. If you remember, it started with Motor Angels, and then it was supposed to be a PPP project. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the PPP didn't happen because, according to the documents at the ministry, Motor Angels couldn't raise the funding. Mm-hmm. So the government later terminated and gave it to a Ghanaian contractor, Maripoma. And they created this convoluted scheme of saying that Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund would fund it, and then they created an SPV, which would be the...
So it's a PPP?
No, it's not a PPP.
It was not.
Currently, there's no viable PPP. Yes, whilst in Parliament, they said it was PPP, the only money that has ever gone into that project was a GOG money. So the finance minister says that the sustainable way of making sure the contractor is not stifled or is not dry out of a fund is to create, bring the project back to the ministry and then find a sustainable source of fund to make sure that the contractor is paid whenever he raises certificate.
But he seems to be working very fast.
Yes, because he's been paid some money.
Do you know what percentage is reached?
That project should be approaching 50% by now.
Because I'm told they are doing 4-lane dual carriageway in the middle, yes, and then some service lanes.
And the service lanes as well, and a number of interchanges.
Is it above 50% from what you see?
Could be getting close to that.
Do you know how much he's been paid?
On record, over $100 million so far.
What's the total contract sum?
$380 million thereabout.
I nearly forgot something. Let me go back to Greater Accra region.
Yeah.
The Tema to Akosombo.
Yes.
Where are we with that road?
Tema to Akosombo is supposed to be done by Inzag, a German company. If you remember, the original road was also done by a German company. I think Ways and Freight Act those days. Was awarded. Part of the loan was commercial, part is from Germany. Once the debt situation came up, that one also stalled. The contractor, though, actually stayed on site and continued to work, though very slowly. They have actually increased their activities on site. Unfortunately, it is still largely in delay. Not entirely by the...
Is it a money issue?
Not entirely. The project was put together very badly. For instance, you know all those pylons, heavy pylons by the roadside, high tension. No, I'm not talking about small ones.
Yeah.
And sometimes big water transmission line from Pont along that road. And we signed a contract saying that government to facilitate the relocation of those service lines, the water and the electricity, and then gave the contractor a start and a completion date. As we speak, We haven't even started relocating many of those. So it stalled the project significantly.
So this Tema to Akosomo Road is not today?
I am worried, but we are determined to make sure that it's completed. The contractor has got capacity and they are on site.
Is there money available?
Because that one is a loan, and we have actually
from Germany.
Yes, we've signed off all the.
So the amount has been given. Have we drawn down?
No, we drew down over 70 million euros.
Will the money be enough for the road?
What has been contracted? It should be.
Will it be enough for the full dualization of that road?
No, the 70 million cannot do it. The project is over 250 million euros.
So which part will they do?
They have to do everything within the scope.
Where will they start from?
They start from Ashama Runabout. So there has to be. Where you see the runabout now, there has to be an interchange there and all the way to Atimpoku.
And you are sure this guy can finish in 2 years?
That one is not part of a big push.
Why isn't it part of big push?
Because that one, the loan is not there. The Germans are able to reinstate the loan just last week as part of our...
But you can't finish that whole road with 70 million, can you?
No, I'm saying what have been paid so far.
Is 70?
Indeed, you can't give them all the money. You give them in tranches. So they drew down about 70 million now, but they even have certificates for works done, which we are yet to pay.
Pokwase to Nsawam.
Yes.
Where are we with that?
That is a little bit of good news. That is the point that I need to take to thank you or your network and many other people who made it a point to get the views of the Ghanaians who were very unhappy with what was going on. And it was largely because the contractor was owed money and was not paid, and President Mahama directed. And so that was the first payment President Mahama made. And this is why sometimes when politics come in the way, it's not helpful. As we speak, you hear the opposition saying, oh, you are only completing President Akufo-Addo's work. But the public is fed up of the regime where governments come and abandon a project and then go and start their new one. So the contractor gave an indication that by April next year, that whole section will be completed, which will be a long way ahead of what we plan as a completion date.
Let me do Volta quickly. I have a lot to do. Eastern, Ashanti, Bono. Volta region, the big one was the Denuho-Atimpoku corridor.
Yes.
It's been awarded.
Yes.
What's the timeline?
Also 24 months.
Hey.
Yes.
Then by 24 months, you are doing a launching spree.
Yes. In fact, I can tell you by end of next year, we will be taking over some of these projects.
Now, this Denuho-Atimpoku is in lots. So there's Asekuma Junction to Hohwe.
Yes.
It's part of it, right?
Asekuma Junction to Hohwe is not on the same route.
Okay.
Asekuma Junction to...
It's Eastern Corridor.
It's Eastern Corridor. Okay. If you notice, Asekuma Junction to, let's say, beyond Peve, is largely okay now. First Kai and others have done some work. The back section
I was in Kwando last month. There was a few interesting potholes.
Yes. The west section is Have to Hohwe.
True.
And then Hohwe to Jasikan.
Good.
And then a little bit when you are approaching, I think, Pasa, through Pasa town, terrible. But the good news is that all these sections are back on track. So Greenhouse is supposed to do between Have and Hohwe.
And who is doing Hohwe to Jasikan?
Hohwe to Jasikan is Rolida, which they are very formidable contractors. And then all the way through Pasa, that will be China Janzi.
Let's deal with the whole Denu Aflao. We have various lots. You have the Denu through Fenyi to Petwe.
Yes.
Who is doing that part?
From that 3 contractors there from Aflao, there's a timeline. In fact, it appears to be the most aggressive. If you were to go there now, they've put on their lights, working as we speak.
Day and night.
Yeah,
who is the contractor?
Timeline and
it's part of Big Push.
Yes, exactly. And
when will it finish?
They are saying they will finish in 12 months.
In a year's time?
Yes.
They will finish Denu to
Hope? Yeah, there are a lot. The section they are working. In fact, there was a lot between them and then the one that actually enters Aflao. But the contractor for the lot between these 2 contractors didn't turn up. So we split it between the one working in Aflao and Timeline. And they are already covering up that section.
In
12 months.
In 12 months. What about Hold Back to Atimpoku?
Hold Back to Atimpoku is First Kai. And they are also, in fact, they've cleared the right.
Can they do all these roads at the same time?
Yes, they are working.
First guy, because he's already doing routes in, what do you call it too?
I have
Tematu.
Yes, I have no doubt that
So he will do Hotu.
Yes.
At Impoku.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. Let me talk about the Volivo Bridge. Is it being done?
The Volivo Bridge was approved in Parliament, I think 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
But we were supposed to build the approaches to the bridge before the Japanese come to build the bridge itself.
Okay.
The previous government awarded the approaches to China Jiangxi. They are actually on site working. Unfortunately, the actual cost that came up after the tender for the bridge itself appeared to be just half. So we are now torn between seeking additional funding for the bridge component or find alternative funding for it. But whilst we discuss that, the approaches are being built by China Jiangxi, funded by AFDB.
This is the point of view. Tonight, we're basically trying to drive through the country with the Minister for Roads. We've done a few regions. When we come back, we'll focus on a few more regions and read some of your questions. Tonight is telling us in 24 months, a lot of roads would have been finished. We'll hold him to that word. Stay with us.
Rooted in heritage. Shaped by ambition. Defined by style. Inspired by soul. This is Afro Quality, the first multi-country concept store for African brands. Now in Nairobi, Kigali, and Accra.
When malaria strikes your home, it strikes everything. No more endless worry because of malaria. Fight malaria back with Vegetem. Vegetem is effective, safe, and fast-acting against malaria. Vegetem tablets stays effective right to the very last tablets. Vegetem is also available in suspension for children. Vegetem, tough on malaria, easy on you.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Obey you later.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go feel the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go feel be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go feel be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it that way, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Welcome back. Tonight we're focused on getting assurances from the Minister for Roads on many roads. 30 billion cedis allocated for the big push for 2026, 13 billion for 2025, not yet drawn down. So if we put it together, 43 billion. So a lot of money for roads. He says big push has over 60 billion cedis worth of roads. We are getting deadlines, names of contractors, so we can follow up for you. Let me go to the eastern region. You already mentioned of Fanko in Sawam Road,
yes,
that there's some good news there.
Yeah.
I see in Sawam, in Yenim Konongo, this is the Accra Kumasi Road.
Yes, yes.
And what did you say about it?
In Sawam and Yenim
Konongo. So this is the main Kumasi Road.
Yeah. We are not dealing with that one
under big push.
Yes.
But your point is that those roads,
those bypasses are part of the things we schedule to complete as well.
You complete them?
Yes, yes.
All right. There's few roads I need to get your comment on. Ekropom Pramkesi Adankrono. Are you aware? 27 kilometers.
Yes. Some of them are ongoing projects that we have resurrected. At Timpoko is Sikuma Junction. So the main ones are Esukuma, Palime, Eto, Palime, Akwamufie, feeder roads, the Akosombo Jekiti, Kudi Kope, feeder road, Domi Mami Krobo, Kwame Pong Nkwanta, and then the Dodoa Agomeda, Somanya. Those are some of the new ones that
under the big push. So the rest are already existing roads.
Some of them are existing. Some of them we have. In fact, the contractors have vacated site, which we have brought back, repackaged, and awarded to sometimes the same contractor, sometimes new contractors.
I see something called 3-lane dual carriageway at Pejua and Koko. This is the old Accra Kumasi Road.
That's the old Accra, yeah.
But I see Kwabing Abomosu Esuom. That's different.
Yes.
41 kilometers.
Yes, that's different.
Do you know who's doing it?
No.
You will not know?
No. We have thousands of contracts.
What about there's one Asesewa Kufridua. I've used that road before. Kufridua Asesewa Aborso.
Yeah, it's an ongoing project.
65.2 kilometers.
Yes.
It's not a new project.
No.
So which are the new projects in the eastern region?
The Asikuma to Palime, the Akwamufie feeder road, Akosombo Jekiti, Kudikope, Domi Mami Krobo, Kwampong, Dodoa Agomeda, Somanya.
They are the new eastern region roads.
Yes. So some of them were awarded many years ago. Somebody comes to your office and say, I was awarded. When was this project awarded? He gives you a date. The contract had died naturally because no work had been done, no extension of time. What we do basically is to look at the project, and many of them, because of the time lapse between when it was awarded, the cost of materials, everything changed. You cannot just ask the person to just go and continue with the same because the scope and the cost will change. So basically reassess the whole project and re-award it because it's not even in the interest of the contractor to say you should go back to site at the same price.
All right. Let's talk about the Ashanti region. Yeah. I see Swami Interchange. It's always been there. Former majority leader.
Yes.
Why is the interchange still not done?
Swami Interchange is one of those things that is sad in the sense that currently if you were to be trying to go to even Tamale using the central corridor going through Kumasi, you are compelled to drive through the middle of Kumasi using that section. So government in the past tried to improve the capacity of the old runabout into an interchange through Rango construction, but that also got caught up in the debt situation.
Oh my God.
So the contractor tried, and then when we got the $750 million Afri-Exim loan through Parliament, you remember, we were supposed to use part of that money to do some works in the eastern region, including very famous roads. Then that was diverted to support, so we suspended that one in the eastern region and brought the money to augment part of the allocation for Swami Interchange. Unfortunately, that was still not enough. So as we speak, we have certificates unpaid to the contractor because the banks that were funding the interchange actually walked away. So we now added it to a big push. So today the contractor will be paid under the allocation for the big push project. So that will be completed.
So I mean, in what time?
Within 24 months.
Kumasi Outer Ring Road.
Kumasi Outer Ring Road is in excess of 120 kilometers. The original Outer Ring Road for Kumasi has all been encroached upon. So we now need to move 3 kilometers to the outer part of Kumasi. But we are doing the first quadrant, which is when you are coming from Accra, just before Ejisu, we do a right and go do the road all the way to join the Mampong Road, which is also under big push now, and the contractor has been it's been awarded. When that is completed, we expect that the traffic volume, especially those who were not originally destined to end their journey in Kumasi, wouldn't need to enter Kumasi at all. So it will reduce the traffic volume that enters to Kumasi, just do a detour to the first quadrant and go and join Mampong.
I see Konongo bypass. This is one of the 8 bypasses.
Yes. Because that one falls within Ashanti region.
I see something they call Sunyani Road in Kumasi, Phase 2.
Yes, those are abandoned projects which are all coming back to life.
Is this the road that takes you near Sofo line?
Yes, of course. When you are going to Sunyani, you have to use that section before you...
Is it being done as we speak? Because the last time I used it was really, really, really bad. When you are going out of Kumasi to Sunyani, the road is very bad.
In fact, there are a number of roads in Kumasi that are not in good shape at all. Because despite all that is said, if you were to go to Kumasi, you will find it difficult to understand what actually what actually was done in terms of road in Kumasi. I find it difficult to see exactly what was done in Kumasi. President Kufuor indeed did some things in Kumasi. It started President Rawlings even doing the main dual carriage into Kumasi, do in Sunyani. But currently, apart from the Swami interchange and things that stalled, not much.
So is there any new project you're doing in Ashanti region?
Oh yes, the bypass the bypass is a brand new project.
Which bypass?
The one you mentioned. We call it ring road, but currently it's not a ring yet. It's just the first quadrant to break
the outer ring road, the eastern quadrant.
Exactly, that is the most important one because that is where the traffic volumes are. So we decided to do that one first.
I see. And we are told there are rehabilitation of selected roads like Bantama and Shayesu, Mensia North.
As for the smaller projects, every region I've got many. It's too difficult to mention all of them. Too many of them.
I see.
Even in some of the schools, Fijai and all those, and if you go there now, we are working.
Let me check out Bono region to see what you have.
Yeah.
I see Wenchi Bandang Kwanta Bamboy. Is this part of the Wenchi road that was launched?
What President Mahama launched is actually, we just call it the Western Corridor, starting from Wenchi, Bamboy, Sola, all the way to Wa.
So that's the same
anything. So it cuts across a number of regions before it gets to Upper West region.
So Wenchi is Bono.
Yes.
Bandang Kwanta is Bono.
Yeah.
Bamboy is Savannah.
Yes.
All the way to Wa?
Yes, all the way to Wa.
Over 100 and something?
Oh, more than 200 kilometers.
Is it one contractor?
No.
How many?
About 4 or 5 contractors.
Is it dualization or just overlay?
No. When we get to the main towns, we dualize. But when we go after, beyond the town, we just make sure we improve the pavement, asphalt, change some of the drainage structures, change some of the culvert to
because I've used that road twice on Heritage Caravan.
Yes.
And it's not a very good road.
No. You wouldn't want to, when you are attending an interview, that is not the road you want to use.
It's a very, very bad road.
Yes,
so you are, what timeline have you given yourself to finish Wenchi?
Within 24 months. Wenchi.
This is a 24 months thing.
Yes.
You will finish?
Bernard.
24.
You see, we've come to a point where we need to be in a hurry to get things done in our country. Why should it take? That is why everybody has been given just a section. So that is why the whole section
you spread it out.
Exactly. If you've got 25 kilometers and the size of your firm, you should be able to do it. So all those contractors who are trying to binge on getting more, when the time comes and you are not able to finish, you will need to explain to Ghanaians why you can't finish. Because we wanted to give you a size that you can take on. So that is what
I see rehabilitation of New Doma, Yohima, and I also see Sunyani Techiman Road. Do you know any project on Sunyani Techiman Road?
Sunyani Techiman Road.
I see that on the screen. I'm not sure if...
that is Bono.
Yes, Bono region. Do you know who's working on it? What time it's been given?
Okay, so... let me start with Bono. Rehabilitation Sunyani Atronie Road. That one is by Alexi Boam. Construction of Sunyani Outer Ring Road. That is by Kofi Job. There are 2 lots of 17 kilometers. Brekum Sekwa Road. That's the Lovely Company Limited. Winchi Nsoko Debibi. That is by Polychanda. Bono East. That is upgrading of Tano Boise to Krankra Yefri Feeder Road. That is Melo Ghana Limited. Upgrading of the Tanko Fiema Busunya. That is by Dot Dent Limited. Upgrading of Jema Town Road by Madat. Upgrading of Bono Manso Krankra Pin Hin Feeder Road by Abdelco. And then upgrading of Bodom Senya Bonte.
All right.
I mean, a long list.
Let's do Northern Region.
Okay.
Fufusu Solar Road has been on our books for long.
Yes.
It's become terrible.
Yes.
This is the road that links Northern Savannah.
Yes.
Basically, the horizontal.
Upper East to Upper West.
No, that's on top.
Yes.
So in the past, we didn't have the Bolga to Wa road. So we used to come down to Tamale and use Fufusu Solar.
It has always been there. It's just the abandoned.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah, so are you going to, is there somebody on it now?
Yes. So from currently, the idea is to do from Wa on the old alignment. That is the top. That is the border. I mean, not below the border of Burkina Faso, all the way to Bolga.
No. So you are talking. So you are talking the road that links Wa to Bolga.
Yes.
It's being done.
Yes.
Which contractor?
A section is being. A section was under contract by My 10, a portion by Mawums, all stalled, and then a portion by Maripoma. But all of them have been repackaged. And the section which was not under contract, that is exactly from Wa towards Tumu, and all those ones are now part of the new road that is being done.
Again, 24 months.
Yes.
I see. Yes. So what I was asking was not, but since you brought it, so basically...
Tumuhan, all those ones are new.
The point I was making was that in the past, if you live in Bolga and you're going to Wa,
you have to
drive down
exactly
and use Fufusu Solar and go back up.
Yes.
But you're going to now have...
that connection. We are going to do the Fufusu Solar, which was one of the major road done by President Mahama those days. If you remember, Fufusu Solar was one of the best road done. Exactly. But a section, half of it, was not done properly, so it failed. So we're going to now do, when he was doing the shortcutting, we heard him saying that we need to do Fufusu Solar again, then all the way through Damango.
Is that the big push project?
Yes. It's a big
Fufusu
push.
Solar?
Yes.
Which contractor is on it?
Maripoma.
I see. Yeah. There are a lot of Wa roads.
Those are segments on the same road.
I see.
All the way
Wahan Road, Wale Road, and all of those.
Yes.
Let me do Upper East and come back to North, since we're almost done.
Okay.
Okay, when you are going from Tamale to Bolga, basically, you go through Savelugu, you go through Wale, and then you get to Bolga. That road is very, very bad.
Yes.
It's extremely bad.
Yes, so that is the central part of the central corridor heading central east, which is to Bolga.
Yeah.
It's true. If you were to use that road, fortunately or unfortunately, that was one of the roads that Parliament approved a $150-something million loan for. Unfortunately, the contract that was given the Indian company suggests that when the company is given a mobilization of 20%, and in that case, the contractor was paid just short of $30 million. And when the contractor raised the net certificate and we are not able to honor the certificate, the contractor can unilaterally decide to terminate the project. So, of course, it's like giving somebody a blank check. They took the first $29 million, and when we were not able to pay the second one, they sent us a letter that they were terminating. Even before the NPP left power. They tried to pursue the contractor. The loan is coming from, it's an Indian Exim loan. The contractor went to Delhi and put an injunction on us. So the guy walked away with our $29 million free.
And he hasn't done anything?
Nothing.
So
in fact, on the day of the sword cutting, the trucks that were used to do the sword cutting were even my 10's company, because I was told my 10 was promised to be a subcontractor. And
so what have you done about this?
Oh, it's with Attorney General. I mean...
so we've paid almost 30 million?
Yes, and got nothing out of it. In fact, what was so sad was that as of the time in 2024 that Dr. Baumia was promising that the contractor will come back to site soon, he wasn't aware that the contractor he took there to do the work has already terminated and walked away.
So this is the Bolga?
No, that is Savelugu to Walewale. That we needed to do from Walewale to Bolga. So the first section was Savelugu to Walewale.
So what are you doing about it now?
The president has directed that we repackage it and put it under Big Push. So as we speak, we are working on the...
this Big Push is really big.
Yes. because these are the main arteries of the country.
Yeah.
Once that is fixed, we come in with smaller projects like the 1,000 kilometer...
But you haven't awarded it yet?
No, because we need to navigate even the contractual issues with the Indian company.
I wanted to do Savannah briefly. This is the president's home region.
Yes.
Fufuso lies on that. A lot of it is in the
Savannah region.
So Damongo all through to...
Damongo itself will be like borderline, but Fufuso Solar is part of the Savannah portion.
I see. So let me read a few comments, but I just need to touch on a couple of regions. Okay. I don't see too much on Bono East.
Oh, Bono East, Can you
give me a few roads there?
Yes.
Atebubu Kwame down to 35-kilometer road. Is this something you are working on? I don't see much.
So let me give you Bono East.
Bono East.
Yes. So Bono East, we are doing upgrading of Tanoboasi, Kankra. Those are the ones I mentioned.
No, you mentioned Bono.
Yeah, no, Tanoboasi, Kankra is in Bono East. Tanko, Fiema, Busunya, upgrading of Jema Town Road, upgrading of Bono, Manso, Kankra Road, upgrading of Bodom, Senya, Bonte, Busunya, all those ones.
So these are not major projects. These are upgrading of existing roads.
The description of the activity doesn't really matter because...
I need to mention Oti and Western North. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble.
Yes, Oti.
Eastern Corridor, Oti Damanko. What's happening there?
The contractor is back. China Janzi is there working very hard now to make sure we finish this.
New bridge over river, Oti at Dambai. You promised this on City
Game changer. Contractor is mobilizing currently to site. For the first time, we'll see that section of the river breached completely.
We can drive over it?
Yes. It's a 1.5 kilometer
What's
bridge.
the cost of the project?
It's over about 3.6 billion Ghana cedis.
So a contractor has started?
Yes.
River, Oti, bridge at Dambai?
Yes. But the longest will be Echiamanfo, which is over 3 kilometers. Echiamanfo in Afram Plains. When that is done, the greatest potentials of agriculture in our country would get a big boost with the president's Volta Basin.
I see. And the Nkwanta Oti Damanko Road will also be done?
Yes.
That part of the Eastern Corridor, I'm told, is not very good.
It's not good. In fact, there's not much good road in Oti at all. We needed to improve on that. First Car did something from the northern part of the river all the way to that's the Dambai, then you cross over all the way to Ketekrachi those days. But that is still in the good condition. And Ketekrachi through Bintri to Napanduri, all those ones are still in good condition. But the one from the river connecting that one is not in a good shape.
Let me end with Western North. I think they are the region I haven't mentioned at all. What's the biggest thing happening in Western North region by way of roads?
Western North.
This is the Minister of Health, Western North. In Chielugu, is it Western North?
Yes, so I'll tell you Western North.
I think you mentioned Enchielugo in Western, but I suspect it starts
because sometimes
they
connect. So Western itself, dualization of Cape Coast, Takradi, we mentioned those ones, and then Atebubu, Senteso, Mumuni Junction, gravel yard to Baseke, Santasu, then Asankregua, Agona Amenfi, Sefwibekwai, Asankregua, Fojo Chrome, Cape Coast Takradi, Telebukazo, Enyinase Road, Esiama, Telebukazi, Eni, Ben, Western North. We are talking about Enchi, Kojurum, Pechi, Enchi, Kojurum, Pechi, another kilometer.
So are you sure you can see all these roads before your term as minister is over?
Yes.
Because the roads in this document are over 200.
Yes. So all with this, all that we need is contractors on site, and when they work, their certificate on it. I have faith in the Ghanaian contractor to be able to help us deliver all this in 2024.
There's a big concern about quality of roads and whether the contractors will do the roads to the glory of God.
Yeah.
What assurance are you giving us that when a road is done and it gets bad within a certain period, the contractor will pay for it or go back and do it at his own cost?
Well, there's a major project that has been completed for branding reasons. I wouldn't want to mention that contractor. We paid in close to 100 million, a certain currency. The road has largely failed, and the contractor, after we went through with them, have agreed that it's their fault. They are actually on the site trying to restore that at their own cost. What we are going to do next, which is a good concern, every time when I went through around the 16 regions, one of the things that stood out quite clearly, and you do not have to be a civil engineer to see a bad road if you see one, was that the majority of our opinion leaders are very unhappy with the amount of money we spent and the quality of road we got out of it. Partly is because of the delays in delivering the project. Partly is the quality of material. So, for instance, today, nobody can guarantee the quality of bitumen we use on our road because there's no regime to do that. So under the big push, including today, I had a meeting with some of the big suppliers, and I said that if need be, we'll veto that only Go Oil or people whose product can be certified should be used on our road. Because if the contractor does the best they can do, but they use a fake or substandard bitumen, surely that road is not going to perform as it is. So, and then the supervision as well. All those third-party service providers like consultants who supervise. From now, when you supervise road and it fails, it cannot be the responsibility of only the contractor. The consultant will also be surcharged.
Let me read two direct questions to you.
Yes.
Ask the minister when they are going to pay the road fund contractors. It's almost a year. Some of us are dying because of lack of payments. Ask him when. He should give us a date.
Before the end of the year.
Road fund contractors will be paid.
Yes. But don't forget, road fund in the budget, in the 2025 budget, is only a certain amount of money. So that is all we can get. What I can say is that as of today, the unpaid certificate at road fund is about 8 billion. We do not have 8 billion in the road fund to pay. So as much as the 2 billion plus can pay, we'll pay that before the end of the year.
Ask the minister why for more than 6 months now, party people have taken over Axle load stations in Ashanti region and nothing is being done about it.
I have not sent a single party official to any Axle load station.
No, he's not saying you send them. He said they are there.
Yeah, but I know that there is a very unhealthy situation where every time government changes, some miscreants go and hijack certain state infrastructure in the name of their own understanding to do certain things. The good thing is that the tolling regime that is coming, the technology we are coming to use, we are expecting the service provider to take over the monitoring of the Axle load being on the road. Secondly, we are reviewing the laws that govern Axle loading in our country. When we clamp down on the Axle loading, there will not be the need for people to have those stations because the overloading is what is leading to that. There are videos on social media when you see a vehicle loading from Tema, and when they get to the Burkina Faso border, 2 other vehicles come to share the goods in the same car. Then they destroy our road from Tema all the way to the border of Burkina Faso. All that will change. And in any case, there's a fees and charge law in Parliament.
Okay.
When that matures, the penalty charge of 5,000 currently in force will become 50,000.
I've been told this. Let me ask you a few quick questions. Just answer in 2 minutes. Yeah. Ask the minister what is happening to the road between Sege and Mefe. There's a Bata hospital in between, but the road is very bad. What is his plan for that road?
The contractor to do that work is China Jiangxi. We'll turn up on site. There's the same contractor doing the approaches to Volivo. If you know the area, Volivo and go at the other side of the river. So when they do, they will connect that one all the way to where you're talking about.
Finally, why is there no U-turn on the inner road of the Ofankot-Nsawam Highway?
It's work in progress. I don't know the particular junction they are talking about.
Well, Aikuma to Latte Road, the shortest route linking Tema to Kvedia, when will it be completed?
As soon as the contractors are paid and the scope is exhausted.
There's a lot to ask, but there isn't enough time, so we have to end the interview. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the show tonight. It's been really a pleasure having you on the program. Pity we don't have enough time, but you've given us 12 months for some roads.
Yes.
And 24 months.
No,
for some
all
roads.
of them are 24 months.
But some will finish in
12
months.
Some of them will finish in 12 months.
So when should I call you for an update?
I would actually humbly request that I will start extensive field visitation just before Christmas and into the new year. And as usual, you have been kind enough to give me
coverage.
And
so can we talk to you by Easter?
Yes, of course, by Easter.
For an update on
we
these
should
roads.
see some, some of the road binders, drainage structures, all done
by Easter.
That, yes.
All right. We wish you well. Thank you. We have so many questions, but time did not permit us to go through. But we thank you for watching. And we wish you well. Honorable Governs Kwame Agbodza, MP for Adakulu. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Hopefully on the road.